Hi there, and welcome to the Great Buckeye Western Railroad. My name is Greg. This is construction episode number 9. And like I say at every episode, it's not exactly great right now, but I'm working on it. So as a review, this layout is currently divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 is an independent dog bone of about 60 foot of track that allows me to run trains as I work on the rest of my layout. Phase 2 deals with getting coal from the coal mine down McCluskey Hill and over into the coal yard, and then eventually from the coal yard over to the main line. And phase 3, which I've just started, is actually the main line, going to run all the way around the room. This month I've been working on 2 things: putting together the scenery, not the final scenery, but the basic scenery for phase 2. So all the ground cover's been laid all the way around, basic ground cover. I still need to add a lot of green to it, but this is the basic ground cover. And on the tracks, I've also got ballast. The black ballast is going to be for branch lines, serving industries coming out of the yard. As of right now, it's not built. And then the main line, or the high iron, actually has the gray blend going all the way around the track. Should go all the way around the room. So I've been working on that this month. I've got that pretty much finalized. Everything's in place. I'm going to add a lot of greenery to it once I get things done. But 1/3 of this layout up to the river is pretty much put together. So this is the maintenance area down by the coal yard. And it's not completely finished. I want to put some kind of a green ground cover in there a little bit too, or bushes or grass. But I just put the lighting system in, and it's the Just Plug lighting system from Woodland Scenics. I like it. It's pretty expensive once you add all the pieces together. And honestly, most of the wiring is easy. But when you get to these little small, tiny gooseneck light systems, the wires are so fine and so fragile, it's almost impossible to work with them. I got them, but it wasn't easy, especially for older people whose vision is not as good as it used to be. You'll see I have one right here too. The wiring is no good. I got tired of messing with it. So I got interior lights, which are really easy to do. So this part is pretty much complete, and I'll be adding some more lighting up to the engine house. A little leftover from Halloween. Not quite ready to put them away yet. Okay, so here I am underneath the layout taking a look at wiring. As I mentioned earlier, I've got 3 phases to my layout. Phase 1 is the dog bone. Phase 2, which is right here above me, is McCluskey Hill that serves the coal mine. And phase 3, which would be over here, is the main line. So correspondingly, I have 2 bus lines. One bus line serves McCluskey Hill and the coal mine, and the second bus line will serve the main line. And the way I've done it is I have 20 gauge stranded wire for my bus line going into a terminal strip, and then I have 20 gauge solid wire as my feeders for track, approximately every 3 foot apart and on both sides of the turnouts. So Looks a little more complicated down here, but this wiring also feeds my Blue Point turnout control. So what it does for me is, you can see I have green, red, green, red. That'll let me know whether the turnout is open or closed. But that terminal strip also from the bus line feeds the Blue Point control system. So starting this month, I plan on working on the south side of the river. That'll be the river. And it will go from the river up to the coal mine and the abandoned coal mine. And this is about a 2% grade right here. So I've already started interlocking the cardboard strips, and it's going to be a rock face right here. So that rock face will match this rock face, and we'll go from the river up to where the mountains jut out. If you're wondering why I got these 1x6s here, it's because I actually use Blue Point controllers, and I need a solid base for the control rods and the electrical LED wiring to come out. So that's what that intends to be. I'll build my mountain around the solid base so I can actually mount that to be usable. I'm ready to go with my rock molds. And that's the plan for this month, to get as much of this done as I can. So here I am back under the layout again. This time to take a look at the Blue Point controllers. So as I mentioned in previous episodes, they're mechanical in nature. I like them because they're relatively simple and a lot less expensive. But here's my Blue Point controller going up to the turnout. Here is the wire that actually moves the turnout. And with a simple click each way, that's how the turnout is thrown. There's a control rod that goes out to the fascia of the layout, and a wiring underneath. So basically, have power coming from the terminal strip to the middle of the Blue Point controller, and then on the outside, two wires, one goes to the red, one goes to the green, so that when you throw it, it'll change which LED is lit up, which will tell me whether the turnout's been thrown or not. The second wire goes from the terminal strip directly to the LED lights. So, coming out here, looks something like this. Now this fascia plate is just temporary, but when I throw my turnout switch, red or green. Green means it's open. Red means it's closed. And that is why I need this firm base here to put the controller, the push rod controller, and LED lights through. Okay, so that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next month.